What's going on, my Onslaught Gaming 40K family? Today we have a wonderful, wonderful interview with the Inside the Mind of a Champion with Lee Zag. We're going to talk about his championship run at Grand Onslaught 10 over the weekend with Custodes. Stay locked in and stay tuned, everyone, for this amazing, amazing interview. Lee today, and please pronounce your last name for me if you don't mind, brother. Say hello to the world.
Yeah, hey everybody, it's Zagrzebski. I go by Lee Zag most of the time, so don't even try to pronounce it. 10 letters, 2 Z's, and a semi-silent R. Most people don't even come close.
I try to leave it up to you. That way I don't be disrespectful and say it improperly.
Part of me wants to make you try, but I'm not going to put you on the spot.
People are going to watch me suffer just sweating. You ever seen that meme where that dude is just sweating because he's answering the questions with his wife? Bullets. That's me right there trying to say your last name.
For sure.
So let's start at the top, brother. What was your overall strategy going into Grand Onslaught 10?
Honestly, not embarrass myself. No, realistically, like I think I reasonably expect to get a 3-2. I really just want a nice 4-1, make a good showing, get a nice single-digit placing, have some good games of 40K against some great people. That's really what I'm coming in here for. I mean, it's a pretty rough meta. Yeah. I definitely don't go in expecting to win it, especially with some of the sharks swimming around those waters.
100%. There were some heavy hitters at that event. And you, of course, were a heavy hitter as well. So this was
lighter than.
Listen, you were the more agile, faster shark the weekend, right?
Right.
And you had less models to move too, so that was at your benefit.
It's not often I'm not outnumbered, that's for sure.
So, throughout the weekend, did it evolve as the rounds went on? Did you have an overall strategy evolving throughout the event, and you started seeing yourself doing progressively better, right? Did you actually start building a strategy?
Right. So going into this, I worry about Death Guard, and I worry about Imperial Knights more than Chaos Knights. I mean, Chaos Knights are still scary, the shooter varieties for me, but I can handle Knights. I mean, I brought Canis A because they cut him 70 points and shouldn't have, and he's kind of a little counter for Knights for me. So that was what I was thinking. I can generally handle most of the armies that play honest 40K pretty darn well. Death Guard is problematic. I kind of thought some strategies about how I'd go into some of those matchups. And man, did I have to put them into practice. And then it's funny because I only played 3 different armies the whole tournament. I walked in and faced, Eldari and Eldari were rounds 1 and 2. And spoiler, Eldari were teching for Knights. And Eldari that are teched for Knights are really also teched for Custodes. Because at least the first list wasn't the worst. It had, 2x5 Fire Dragons, the Avatar, 3x5 Dark Reapers, and then a whole bunch of other fun. The second list was absolutely mortifying for me. It was 2x10 Fire Dragons, fuging, rolling around in boats like that. That just lifts just about anything it touches. I got real expensive 4 and 5 wound models that don't like taking Melta 3. So.
To the face, no way.
And then I got to put some theory into practice against the Death Guard with Herding's list, and then got to put the learnings from that into the final match as well, where I ran into identical lists. So
it
was fun.
So before we get into the final list, right?
Yeah.
What were your key matchups that tested you the most, in your opinion? How did you adapt throughout those games as well?
Sure. The absolute hardest was round 3 and round 5. Closed out the day into herding. I mean, he's running Trimble's list to a T. I knew how it worked in theory, had never faced that. I'd only faced Death Guard once on the table since they've come out. And I made a few mistakes, managed to cinch just a crucial turn. But my theory going into that matchup was basically like, I can't stop Death Shroud. They're going to come down. They're going to hit me. But if I got a pile of CP, I've got Fight on Death, and I can interrupt. And really, my army itself is built around some kind of cheeky mobility as well as CP manipulation, right? I've got 4 shield captains that are reducing CP once a battle round. I've got Canis with his free CP every turn, and I've got a Vec to kind of hose my opponents on CP as well. So the theory is like I just hold CP, and if you hit 2 units, if you don't hit Canis first, he interrupts. If you don't hit the other stuff first, you're going to get Fight on Death or an interrupt as well.
So your CP economy was at a premium.
Well, I didn't spend any. When they're coming, and then I also usually it's the freebie is held for rapid ingress because I then have to counter the Death Strike coming in. So that was my plan. This is my Hail Mary of how I try to stop Death Shroud deep striking from just taking away half my army because they're just brutal at this point in time. And that's what I did against Turd. I mean, really both the games against him and round 5 against the Sameless Buffera were just came down to just brutal turn 2s. But against Herding, like he came down and he had a real rock and a hard place with all 9 Death Shroud and two Lords of Contagion. It was like, where does he hit? Where does he go first? He ended up activating against a unit of bikes before Canis because he had 2 units going into Canis. And Rex popped off and took out 3 Death Shroud in the Lord Change and survived his death turn. And that was just huge. It allowed me to run up a huge lead. Rounds 3, 4, 5, Herding was getting challenger cards and scoring. And then it was just put pressure and try to ride out that lead in Purge. And it came down to one final turn where I had to score maximum possible points, and to get far enough ahead, he then scored every single possible point you could actually score in a round of 40K, and it ended up being 88-87, I think, at the end, 1 point differential. And it came down to the wire. That game, I think if you react that game, play it 10 times, I don't win 5, I don't think. So that was hugely taxing. I made some mistakes, learned a ton, and really it was that learning and fearing I was going to go into Trimble or Buffera round 4, where I made sure I thought about the matchup, internalized some of those learnings, and tried to put them into practice. I didn't make the same mistakes. I made fewer mistakes against Garrett. And honestly, if I had made any more mistakes than I did and not had some luck on my side, I would have lost that matchup round 5. I mean, Garrett's a hell of a player. He's playing an absolutely busted strong list. It's brutal. And honestly, my list was annoyingly well suited to actually play into it. I don't think anything plays into that list and just beats it. But like I can play into it and have a chance. I managed to go first all 5 games of the tournament. I don't know how that happens.
Wow!
I usually hate it. I went first every single game. It was comical by the end.
Yes.
And I actually took a picture in the game 5 against Garrett where I was so aggressive. He had 3 Death Shroud about to take Witch Seekers off my home, and my entire army was between the outskirts of the 3 of the objectives in the center. My entire army was almost on his half. Almost on his half of the table.
Is that how you really dealt with the PBCs?
Yeah, I had to get in his face. So I got lucky against Garrett because I ended up going first. I had some Witch Seekers that removed an entire unit of the Poxwalkers. So he didn't get to do anything nasty or get onto one of my objectives. It saved me a little there. And I was able to, as I moved up, because that list is not super aggressive. It doesn't come out to you because it doesn't want to. So it lets you advance on it a little bit. And spoiler bikes are really fast, especially when I can get into something.
Right.
And so his Rhino chassis equivalents die pretty well to salvo launchers if I get +1 to wound. So I took out 2 of the Mythic Blight Haulers and 1 of the Bloat Drones on my turn 2. My entire army was already up in his face. I had the CP to try to land the counters. He dropped his 2 Lords of Contagion with the Death Shroud. I dropped my Alaris Brick to counter. We scrummed, and then I was able to kill enough, and then the pivotal turn 4, I unleashed the lions with my 4-man Alaris squad. So it was 3 Alaris and then the big axe captain, flat 4 running in. And at that point in time, it was Ken Canis and my remaining models, singular models essentially all over, kill anything and stay alive and ride out the terraform advantage and points to the end. And I made saves. I mean, realistically, like, his mortals didn't pop off when he needed them to. I made the saves I needed to. Single models stayed where they needed to be. Tanks died when they needed to, and it led to a win. So lightning struck twice. Again, you re-rack that, Garrett beats me.
Yeah.
More than half the time for sure with that list. So it was
just a great eventful weekend for you,
huge,
and some
huge.
Some great dice luck as well, it sounds like.
for sure.
Isn't that a little bit about winning, though? Like being a great pilot and having some luck as well? I mean, I've seen it at the biggest stage, right? Where it's the biggest, baddest people playing at the WCW.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's just dice, right? So for you and Garrett Befera, I know you're being humble, but I would say for you and Garrett Befera, it was just up to dice, right? So
I play good 40K, but I have to give props to Garrett here.
100%
Game
shout
5,
out
I'm fatigued. I'm starting to zone. He plays a lot more 40K than me. His conditioning is better. Like he was more focused and was, I think, playing a little tighter game right at the end than I was. And so all props to him. Garrett's an outstanding guy, great player. So
shout out to Garrett. He's amazing.
Huge shout out to Garrett.
And he practiced too. He actually messaged me. Me and him talk quite frequently. And he told me a couple of days prior, he was like, "Hey man, I'm practicing. I'm sorry. I'm bringing Death Guard."
I'm like, in his list. I'm sorry. I want a ticket, right?
Yes, literally. And he felt so bad about it, and then ended up winning the ticket too, which is ironic, right?
Which is good. We actually joked day 1 before we even gotten started. We joked. I'm like, "Watch, we'll be 4-1 and run into each other." I'm like, "Then we just draw, right? Each get a ticket." We laughed it off. Obviously, we wouldn't collude or anything like that, but it was. Then we played a hard game, so it was super solid 40K. That's for sure.
Love it. So, what would you consider your MVP unit? What was there anything that outperformed or underperformed in your list?
So, pretty much everything. I mean, the MVP varied by the game and what I needed them to do, right? Like first game, Canishadon was no damage and just died. But that's what I needed him to do because he drew an avatar and fire dragons over while I cleaned up. Honestly, my bikes are always probably my MVP though in most games. I was running them back when they were bad and making it work, and then they made them better, and they're just my bread and butter unit. Between being 12-inch move, decent salvos, get +1 wound, and then the movement shenanigans you can pull off with the bike captain with them. For instance, in one game, actually in the first game, my opponent had left a little bait out basically to draw some units out, but that allowed a bike unit to move 12, chip charge. I overcharged them, placed the model on the far side. That put me within 10 inches of a little L move to fly over and back off of 5 fire dragons, dropped 8 mortals on them, and not only do I kill a unit of rangers sitting out there to bait me, but I've also wiped out fire dragons, which are the biggest threat against me. And so same thing in game 2 where I kill a wounded, I take bikes, don't shoot it, but charge the wounded wave serpent, kill it, it blows up, kills 2 fire dragons, I go over them, drop 6 mortals. What was a 10-man unit is now 3 fire dragons.
which
hanging
does
out
basically not much. Yeah.
Not much, right? Yeah, but I still had Fugue in another boat full of
wow.
about, so.
And they put in work, yeah.
Yeah. Canis hid back and didn't do squat that game. He just stood there and kept my opponent on, just waiting to pounce at him. Canis underperformed a couple games, and then he performed so much on game 3 and actually in game 5 because Garrett just ignored him the whole game, and didn't even drop. He dropped after my bikes, which is pretty much the right call.
Yep.
But yeah, so games 3 and 5, Canis really kind of popped off and did his thing. He was bait in games 1, 2, and 4. So. Yeah.
If someone wanted to pilot your list successfully, what's one crucial tip or mistake to avoid?
Custodes aren't tough. Don't think they are. Don't think they are.
Listen, we just saw them win the WCW championship. What was it, last year or 2 years ago? I think it was...
Well, yeah, that's Folger Pie.
Hey! They're doing...
The guy can pilot 2 washing machines and a rotary phone to a victory in 40K.
You're amazingly... I love these references you're throwing out. This is comical as hell. I love it.
I try to be funny. This is how most of it, like when I'm not in tournament mode, this is how I play 40K.
You're amazing.
Remind me I'm awful loud as well, so.
Got it. So you hear that, everyone? It's not too hard to pilot. Just do.
No. Don't think you're tough for a second, right? And when you are gonna go, you have to go with everything, right? So like. Yes. In a lot of my games, both bike units are charging units, sometimes the same unit, sometimes in a way to not get attacks into that unit, right, just so they can then bounce out. So so not only they come up, they jump out 12 units up. Sometimes I've picked my small unit that doesn't have the Immortal Alaris with it off the table and deep strike them on the same turn up in someone's face, and then I rapid ingress on turn 2. Like, so all of a sudden I've got 2 bike bricks, a full Alaris brick, another Alaris brick in someone's face, and Canis that's the turn he pops out and becomes a target. So then I go from literally giving you nothing to my entire army except a unit of Witch Seekers is a valid target and in your face, and we just play the game, can you kill it all in one turn? Because even lone 1-2 man Custodes units and bikes can wreak absolute havoc with people. So,
especially when you're good on making adjustments or calling audibles, like I like to say from football, right? Which it sounds like you did a lot of that. It sounds like you made a lot of adjustments in maybe all of your games. So sometimes maybe you were using some units to attack, defend. Like you were using Canis, right? Canis was maybe a little bit more methodical for other games, but for games 3 and 5, he was more of an MVP. Maybe you were using him more aggressively.
Yep.
So for everyone listening, right, it's all about making adjustments too. It's not like you're using your Custodes a certain way just to be a D1 or D2 or even a D3 type army, which is just high defensive army. You're using it strategically. You're being tactful where you're using your resources appropriately throughout every single game, no matter what it is, right? So kudos to you, man. Just kind of like shining and giving you your flowers on your strategy. It sounds like just listening to you. So everyone who's listening really understands that as well. It takes a lot of that as well. And maybe some of us are just more natural at making adjustments in games. But I just want everyone to know that adjustments are very important and obviously helps you win games.
Yeah, I mean, for some games, Canis is a damage dealer, and like I'm not super worried about them killing him. They're gonna ignore him. He's out there to deal damage, get on a point, terraform it, and have a threat radius. I mean, game 4 against Matt Dudat, right? Yeah, he's got some nasty melee wolves, and but he plays pretty much honest 40K with that army.
Yep,
fine with me. That was one where Canis was. He was going to have to take care of Canis, so he shot him up a little bit. He dropped Logan and his termies on him. He came out and tried and killed some sisters to get a pile in and take some bikes too, which ended up being a problem. He picked up Canis, no problem. But between some heroic intervention and then fly over mortals the next turn, he lost 5 Termies, Logan, and a full 10 brick of the Wolfen, and he got 4 Witch Seekers and Canis out of it.
Yeah.
And actually, and not even Sir Hector, who's still running around. And you can see, he was like, that was probably a good trade into 450 point Canis. I don't think it was into a 380 point Canis.
No.
Right? And that's what it was.
That's a bold statement, actually, and it's probably one of those things. Shout out to Matt, by the way. He does Almost Functional. He talks about Space Wolves on his channel quite frequently, if not all the time. But that man, he's always very strategic, tactful. He's always talking about doing the right things, and it sounds like he just made a small little mistake by investing too much on your end to take out a big threat. And that's what Canis is too, right? Like, Canis legitimately scares people. He really does. And some people who know how to deal with him, like Garrett, just ignore him, right? So it's very situational, and it's army based too, faction based, attachment based. Like, some armies just don't want to ignore him, right? Some armies have to ignore him, because if not, they invest too much, like Space Wolves, and you get 1,000 points taken away from you in return. So,
right. I mean, like, what I think he was worried about was that flat 4 gun with blast. Yeah, he has -1 to wound on those Termies, but he had 2 Termy bricks, and one of them. If I'm firing with blast 2 Canis, his crit on 5s, and for every failed 4-up, you lose a model.
Yes.
I mean, I get why he wants him dead, right? Because that was his anvil unit for sure. And he had a couple units that were good at killing Canis, and so he really wanted to get those Wolven in on him. And
he's died. he's used Canis before too, so he knows Canis, so he knows what he can do. So I guess he felt like he's got to go immediately.
Yeah. So, also, us double vecting each other was hilarious.
That's right. I played a game against him, and that was the most annoying aspect, is that I have a Demon Prince, because if you don't know, I play World Eaters, right? Like, that's my jam. World Eaters is my jam. So I'm playing them with World Eaters, and my Demon Prince reduces CP for stratagems by 1. He increases them by 1. So we just played this slap boxing game all game long. Like, I take away from you. No, I apply back to me. So
yeah,
it was just hilarious.
I CP hoarded against him as well, because I knew I had to pull off my defensive, but against him it was Canis reducing. Still cost me 2 CP for an interrupt there, which I had enough wounds left to do, as well as a 2 for a heroic intervention and the freebie elsewhere to drop onto the table. That was like, I don't know if I spent 4. I can't remember how much. Even with the freebies, like, I spent so much CP that turn. It was disgusting.
It is, dude. The CP economy just like starts going all out of whack. It becomes like what is that? The inflatable balloon, like in real estate, right? Where you're fluctuating all over the place. That's what it feels like. So man, no, excellent. So congratulations once again to you. You went through 5 rounds at Grand Onslaught 10. For those of you who are listening, I was the host and the tournament organizer for that. And Lee, you said Lee Z, you'd like to be called?
Lee Zag works, yeah.
Lee Zag. All right. I love it. So now that you're part of the Grand Onslaught Hall of Fame, how does this win rank for you personally in your 40K journey?
So it's great. So people don't really know me. I haven't been on the scene that long. That's because I took a decade break. I've only been back playing 40K like a year. I stopped playing for like 10 years. I was sporadically competitive before that, but did actually do well and play in some decent tournaments. For those of you that are old enough or been around long enough to remember Ard Boys,
yeah,
I was 3rd at nationals for Ard Boys.
Oh my gosh! You remember?
Before you think that's so good, it was the Midwest. National.
Oh, okay.
Not the coast. So it was a little easier. Yeah.
Did you have team comp back then too, and all that? The sportsman composition and all that?
Not for Ard Boys. Ard Boys was the 2,500 point 3-round tournament where all the local clubs sent their best two to a regionals. The top 3 at each regionals went to a nationals, and then 40 to 60. I can't remember how many people were at some of the nationals. We had like 40 some, I think, and I ended up pulling off a third there, which was, I mean, that was huge. This felt just as good. I mean, I did a 5th at Nova one time, so like it's top three for sure. But the only actual W at a GT or bigger that I've ever had. So it was nice to actually go undefeated. So
not to date him, just so everyone is listening, right? But this man looks like he just came from the fountain of youth 10 years. Okay, because your skin is great, man. When you said a decade, I'm like, what? Look like you're 28.
I'm not. I'm 38. 40 is right around the corner. But I started playing 40K 23 years ago, maybe. I took a break from 2015 through mid 2025 or mid 2024. Maybe it was late 14 I stopped, because I think it was the 2014 Nova I had 5th at, and then it was the last Ard Boys was something like a 2011 or something like that when they stopped that tournament. So
what was the tournament that they did team comp or paint comp and sports comp, and they also wasn't it Ard Boys where they tried to make you use the most broken stuff so then they could fix it?
Kind of, yeah. So Ard Boys was 2,500 points, no paint rack. You played gray. It was gray plastic as far as I could see.
Really?
It was what can you eke out of a Force Org and put on the table? I mean, I pioneered Drago Wing back in the day, and so I was running just a bunch of spammy wound allocation paladins and dreadnoughts when they first came out. It was disgusting. That was in like Leaf. That's like, if any of you are old enough to remember, that's when Leaf Blower Guard was a thing, because they just blew you off the table, and you played with like player-paced terrain a lot of the times. Terrain rules were the Wild West back then. 40K has come a long way.
Dude. I remember I had to go to Key West just to go to a GT. You remember Bolter Beach? I don't know if that name.
I'm originally from up north. I've only been down here 5 years or so.
Got it. Yeah, so you wouldn't know Bolter Beach then, but yeah. Bolter Beach was like the GT back in the days here.
Yeah, so I mean, like up then, I played one good tournament a year. I played some RTTs. I played like one real tournament a year. Hell, I paid and flew out to DC area to play at Nova so I could play at actual, like, the equivalent of a super major, right? Like, that was, because back in those days you play, I mean, LVO was still brand new. It was literally Adepticon, Nova were your big ones. There's a couple other notable ones, but like, that's all there was back in the day. There weren't real circuits. There weren't GTs every week if you were on the drive. That just didn't exist.
And now it's just so much. Sometimes I want to say it's just oversaturated with events. Like, literally, I myself run 3 RTTs a month. I'm a madman. And then on top of that, 5 GTs, 1 super major, and 1 major team event. I'm like, what is it? I tell people all the time. And then real quickly, right? So I met for the first time with Tabletop Live. He's a streamer, wonderful individual. And I'm telling my friends at Grand Onslaught 10 that I just finished watching you all play all day long. And I go on Tabletop Live because there's a Corn Berserker list that I want to see. And after the event, I go home and watch more games. I'm like, what is wrong? What is wrong with me?
I mean, the amount of 40K you were around every month is kind of nutty.
I mean, dude, it's like 40K. It's in my blood at this moment. It's just like every waking moment is 40K for me. I'm like, what is wrong with me? And then I work for the company too, so it's like, oh my gosh.
You're sitting there kicking your wife. You're just grats.
Yes. Well, I'm just waiting for one day for this to actually make money. So, and then my wife would be happy about it.
It's an investment. It's just an investment. Exactly. Long payoff.
It is, and it's really passion, like yourself, right? I can see people who are really passionate about the game. I'm really passionate about the game, and being around people like yourself, just great sport, Not trying to patronize you or the community, but I really love being around people who make it an enjoyable experience, right? Like a person who just does it, that's not the type of people that we want in our community, right? So,
for sure.
Anyway, I know I went on a little soliloquy there, a little tangent.
Hey, that's what it's all about, right? Keep the conversation.
It is. And once again, congratulations to you. And finally, for the last question, do you have any shout outs you want to give to maybe any teammates, any opponents, maybe support back home, your wife? I don't know, whatever helped you.
Perfect. Yeah, I do. And I've already talked about my opponents. I really have to say every single person I played at Grand Onslaught 10 was amazing, great sports. I love playing all of them. Clay round 1 was a super good sport. Bryce round 2, great game. Really enjoyed his precision, how he thought about the game and played. Great guy. Herding, I mean, I've had this is now 2 amazing games into Herding. We are destined to see each other in a round 3. It seems it's just how it works out. I play Garrett every GT or a bigger event. I swear I end up playing Garrett. I end up playing Garrett. It's just how it works. He beat me a year ago at 8, and we played each other at GT over in Orlando. We played each other at ATC, and then we drew each other
all the time.
Literally, all but one of the big events, I've ended up playing Garrett. He's a great guy. But I do have to give a call out to Grand Onslaught 10's best sport, Diego Farfan. He's my buddy. We rode there together. Going into day 2, I did not have faith in myself. I thought I was going in. I was dead set that I was drawing Trimble round 4, and like, I'm done. Like, this is it.
Yeah,
I'm dead in the water.
The end of the
I just
world.
wanted to embarrass myself and give them something that looks like a game, right?
Yeah.
And then, but he's like, nah, you got this. You're gonna win. He was telling me I was gonna win the whole damn thing since before round 3 when I drew Herding. And I was like, you have too much faith into me, man. And he's like, you got this. He never wavered. He just kept talking me up. I'm like, giving me some confidence.
It resonates in him. It really does. Like I hate bypassing people because there are people sometimes that have earned best sport, right? Because they're great in the game, but they're very quiet. So it's one of those things that out of mind, out of sight. One of the things I used to say in the military, right? Out of mind, out of sight, or you don't see that person. But Diego, he's so animated and he's so genuine about everything too. Everything is like, he's super passionate, he's having fun, and he's playing Emperor's Children, not performing super well.
And he's just gonna yeet him in your face and see what happens. He loves it.
Love that guy.
I met Diego when he was kind of new to playing. When I started getting to, he'd been playing before me, because I end up playing at a local, pretty casual shop. I play a couple times a month tops, and maybe half my games are tournaments. Like, that's it. That's where Diego plays. We started playing early on. He was still fresh to the game, and I played against him more than anyone this last year and change. And he keeps getting better. He loves the game. He doesn't take losses hard at all. He's having a blast. Some days he's just like, you know what? I'm just going to put 20 Infractors, Super Saiyan Lords, Fulgrim, Demon Princes, Maul. I'm just going to put it all on your face turn 1 and see what happens.
See what it does. Figure it out later.
He's just awesome. Like, he just like, here it is. Anyway, he plays other armies. He's got Nids, he's got Sisters, he got some Demons, and he plays them all with just that same attitude. He just loves the game. He's absolute great guy. So I'm gonna have to send him a link to this and be like, see, called you out. Yeah. He was our best sport, and that was well earned for sure.
For a long time too. I mean, we're giving him some serious flowers over here. A wonderful individual.
Well, we both love him. It's easy.
It is. It's super, dude. Every RTT, every RTT, it is so challenging to not always give him best sport. Seriously. Every single RTT, every single event, he's always super happy. Every person he plays against comes out a happier person. I'm like, dude, you can like turn a cranky old lady to a happy young lady at the end of the day. Right? Such a great guy. But anyways,
yes, it's awesome. Yeah. And then I mean, my wife lets me go and play with toy soldiers often enough. Like it can be inconvenient at times. Like I was gone all weekend and she supports me. She loves me. I love her. Like it's great. So
shout out.
It's all about balance in life, right?
It is. Shout out to wifey, man. And she's allowing you to come to Crucible apparently too, right?
Yeah. I'm not traveling back to her family in the Midwest that weekend.
I'm hoping that I didn't say something during this interview that she heard maybe. You're going where? Sorry, Lee.
No, she's awesome. My wife is amazing.
Shout out to wifey, man. And shout out to everybody that helped you out, man. You playing against Diego. Shout out to all your opponents. And shout out to you especially for having a wonderful weekend. Also, something maybe, I don't know if Tim told you, but I'm going to tell you now. If you did not win first place, you were going to win best paint, dude.
I did. He let me know. I was like,
you were a winner regardless at this point, dude.
I was all over Grand Onslaught 10. Oh.
Dude, you were all, and probably, I think you were in third place in sport too. So it's like, dude, you were going to go everywhere. You were going to get every accolade. Seriously, dude. So amazing.
So ironic. So it's funny that hearing about best paint and how well I did on the sportsmanship metric, that's important to me because when I played a decade ago and was competitive, I wasn't. I didn't give a shit about the hobby. My stuff looked like garbage. I was just starting to learn to paint. I put gray plastic if I could get away with it. I was a bad loser. I was a worse winner. Like I've tried. So hearing that is amazing because I've approached the game very differently. Hell, most of my games are teaching games against younger people or newer people nowadays, right? Like so, hearing that makes me really happy. It means
I used to be in that same boat too, brother. So we can relate, man. 40K was a whole different game. That's why when people have that stigma against 40K from back in the days, I don't fault them for it. But I tell them all the time, I'm like, listen, the game is a way better place now. The company actually supports it, and hopefully they continue to do an amazing job. Hopefully we get out of this purgatory that we're in right now, this night purgatory, right?
You give me 10 minutes and a red pen, I can fix it. Like, come on, guys. Months of this?
True indeed. I didn't mean to give GW their flowers and then throw them out of the airplane, but I'm just saying, keep on doing the great work, GW, and fix what needs to be fixed ASAP.
It's a world's different place, right? So like I think it was early 7th when I dropped out. I got driven out. Like there's no sports competitive. They didn't care.
Yep.
It was toxic. It was not good. And coming back, it is wildly different how the game is approached, how they balance it, how they actually care about competitive play. I do have to give actual props to James Workshop there for that because doing so much better.
Anything else you want to say before we head out, brother?
No, I think that's it. We covered this, that, and the other thing pretty well.
And we had a great time doing it too.
We did. This was a blast. Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
No, thank you, brother. You're definitely one of my favorites to ever come on board. I know that sounds cliche, and I don't say that to all the girls.
Am I going to go watch the last 30 seconds of all your videos now and just see how many people you talk to? Don't make me do that.
I'm going to throw it to the front of the video.
I see you.
Love it. Shout out to you, brother. Congratulations once again.
Awesome.
For all you've done, and you're headed to Crucible. We'll see you at Crucible. For those of you who don't know about Crucible is a super major in Orlando, Florida on September 19th to the 21st. You can have the opportunity to see Lee. I will be there as well, but you probably don't want to see me because I'll be judging and probably telling you what you're doing wrong. So, but Lee's a wonderful individual. Hopefully we get to catch him on stream. Otherwise,
that would be fun. I'll be a little nervous about that. I'm looking forward to Crucible. It should be a blast.
Thank you, brother. You have some prep time. So You got what? Maybe a month and 2 weeks to get ready for stream. Just wink, wink, just to let you know.
Right. I have to practice my announcer voice a little bit. I gotta real time narrate. Just running commentary and jokes. Keep it light.
For the golden throne.
Right. You'll hear my and golden when I roll that 690. And then I laugh.
Do it rolling dice like the salt guy. Love it. I love it. Just don't come in with a golden leotard or something like that. Like gold.
No, that would be. No. You won't see me in costume. I don't think I'll do that. You Custodes, 6-pack, oiled up.
Yeah, I'm good. Baby oil just right on the table.
Just
pause, no Diddy, everyone. Okay.
A little bit psychological warfare. Just come in, just tank, muscle shirt, protein bottle. Take the glasses off so I look a little less smart. see if I can get 1 or 2 rounds out of me that way.
I love it. This is great, man. I wish this could continue forever. I hope you're loving this content, my people, because I'm loving it.
This is a blast.
I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Thank you so much, Lee.
Awesome. You got to go, and thanks, Louis.
You too, brother. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful night. Thank you so much to everyone that participated and watched to the very end. As you can see, this was a fantastic and very comical episode where we broke down his army list. Also, I'm going to make sure to put his army list in the description section. It's going to be in one of those drop boxes, something like that. But regardless, thank you so much, as always, for participating to the very end. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, Onslaught Gaming 40K, where victory is just a strategy away. Have a wonderful day or a great night, everyone. Bye-bye.